everybody, and welcome back to another episode on the Minetopia SMP server. How is everybody doing? So today, what we are going to be doing is, first of all, looking around spawn for an area to build our spawn house. Now, what I'm planning to build is quite large, and there isn't a lot of area around here because a lot of the other Minetopians have been busy, hard at work building their own little bases around here, and trapping animals, it would seem like. So I think if I were to build here, it would have to be on the outskirts because, I mean, I guess I could build a smaller house, but like, what's the fun in that? Taking this off. I want to test my building abilities before I start building at my base. So this is going to be like a test house to kind of see how creative I can be, and I'm planning on using a bunch of different blocks, and I haven't really, I have a brief plan of what I want to do. I've kind of been researching how to build a Minecraft house, because it's just one of those things that you never really think about. And you go to build a house, and then you build like a square with a triangle on top, and you just stick some chests in it, and it's done. But I don't want to do that. I want to build something a little bit fancier, a little bit nicer than the houses I'm accustomed to. So I think that would be a very nice thing to do before we start building at the base. But as I was saying, the problem is there's nowhere to build around here, guys. We have a lot of uneven land. We have, where there is flat land, we have houses. We have this ocean, this river over here. I guess if we were to go across the way over here, but there's a thing here. I don't know what this is. Oh, I'm in here now with the turtles. Hi, guys. I don't know if this is important. Maybe I could build over here. But there do be a penguin over here as well. Whose penguin is this? I honestly hate the elytra. Kentucky Fried Penguin, KFP, nice. I think this is what Neely was talking to me about when I first joined the server. He said there was some penguin meat, and I had no idea what he was talking about, but now I guess I know. Alright, well, I think we found our spot. I had a little look around here for a little bit, and I couldn't see a sign or any other buildings on this bit of land, which is a bit weird. It's like a really good spot to build. So that's a little confusing, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to swoop in and just grab this nice bit of land, and it's reasonably flat as well, and I don't really want to have to terraform more than what I did on my base last episode, because that took, let me tell you, it took about maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours to clear all that out. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go grab some concrete, I'm going to go grab some birch wood, I'm going to go grab some andesite. It's going to be fantastic. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but hopefully it won't take me that long. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, everybody, I have flattened the land took a third of my health just then. But I've flattened the area over here, so we can start to lay down the blueprint of our little spawn house. I freaking hate the elytra, man. It sucks. It's good because you can get places real quick, but it just sucks. Basically, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to lay down the outline, like the kind of floor plan of the place, and then I'm going to kind of show you what my plan is for the place, and then I'll update you guys as I go along in building the different stages of it. So what we have to do is build 17 blocks along this way, and then we have to do 13 down this way, and then 17 back this way. And then we're going to build this little kind of area out like that, and then take away that, and then we're going to come all the way over to here, and then I think it was 2 blocks down, and then maybe 3 out like that. That looks about right, and now we have basically the floor plan of our base that we're going to be building. I'm just building it out of cobblestone right now because it's just kind of easy to get rid of later when I want to replace it with other blocks. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place down the floor, and I'm going to place it 1 block kind of above. So with the door, that will be about here. We'll have kind of, so if the floor's like here, we can do kind of like some stairs and make it look a little bit fancier. I'm actually going to break that so I know that's the door. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place all of this dark oak down. And now that we have all of the dark oak placed down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm going to border this with some more dark oak. And the reason why I'm doing this is because this is where the outer wall is going to go, and where the cobblestone is right now, that is where the inner wall is going to go. So that's what people are going to see on the inside. The reason for doing this is that if you make the walls too thick, then you are able to put a lot more detail into the house, and it just kind of makes it a bit more interesting. You can have the inside wall a different color than the outside wall. So if you made it 1 block thick, then you'd have to have the same block on the inside and the outside. But doing it this way makes it just a tad more interesting, more intricate, more detailed, and bam. Now that we have this down, we can go back inside and kind of just count the blocks in here and lay out where the walls are going to go. I don't think I'll be doing any interior designing this episode. I might save that for the next one, because I don't really have the amount of time to do that right now. So I'm just going to do the outside today, probably. But we'll see how we do for time. But basically, if we count 5 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Was that 7 or was that 6? I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 7. Bam. And now we need to go... Oh, did I leave a block? I think I did. I did build this in creative mode. I didn't build the whole house. I just kind of laid down the floor to make it a bit easier to figure out where to put things. Now, I haven't planned out what's going to go in any of these rooms or anything, but I think that this floor plan right here is pretty good. And this also allows us to have a kind of staircase over in this side of the house. So you'll walk in the entrance here, there will be a room here, those will be walls. We can have, I don't know, like a closet or a little storage thing there, and then over here, I might break this room up again, maybe, but I kind of like how that looks. But now that we have the walls laid down, what we can do is we can go through and we can replace those blocks with the actual blocks that we want to have for our walls. So what I was thinking was dark oak all the way around, and we're going to strip this log. It makes it a bit lighter than the floor, and then what we're also going to do is, we're not going to do that, we're going to have to fly all the way back over to here and grab our diorite. I mined a bunch of diorite earlier, here it is, and I made it into polished diorite because it just looks a bit more clean than normal diorite. And the walls are going to be actually it's going to be mostly smooth quartz, like that. Every now and then we'll have a diorite block, and that's just to kind of break up the monochromatic, actually that's not meant to be there. It's just kind of meant to break up the single white, because if we were just to do, what's this called? Smooth quartz, then it would look a bit boring, I think. Alright, I have laid down all of the walls on the inside on the first level. There are going to be 2 levels total. But that's what it will look like. You won't actually see it from the outside, but that's what it's going to look like. And if we walk through, we kind of have this trim at the bottom. So it kind of transitions from the dark to the next dark, and then kind of white. We have that contrast and that little transition there, which is nice. But yeah, there's definitely enough room to put a little staircase here, and we can put little things all throughout this building. I could make like a little closet there and put some plants. It'll be very, very nice. But what we want to focus on now is deciding on what we're going to do with the outside of the base. Alright, well, I had to look up how to make smooth sandstone, and it turns out you have to smelt sandstone to smooth sandstone, which, you know, kind of makes sense. But what we're going to do now is we're just going to do the bottom of this place. So we're going to do some trim. And I removed all the wood around. But basically, on the corners here, what I want is predominantly stone, because it's a strong block. And all around the bottom, there's going to be this kind of trim situation. It'll be a mixture of all of these kinds of blocks here. And I want to keep the mossy pretty infrequent, I think. But there we go. And we'll also put some stone here. And we'll go around to all the corners and just do that like that. Because those are going to be the foundations of the house, and without those, it'll kind of fall down. So it's going to keep going around like that. Maybe that's a bit too much. And we'll probably put some like that. And I also made some mossy bricks there, and those will stay down towards the bottom because I feel like things get mossy if they're damp, and it's probably the dampest at towards the ground. I have been messing around with this building for God knows how long. It just looked a little weird when I because we're gonna have a little lip here, a little lippy action, and I had this block at the top being sort of a trim, and I had this isn't gonna be this block, by the way. That's too striking. But I had it as what's that block called? Polished diorite, and it just looked weird. And then I tried andesite, and that just looked weird. And these walls looked a bit weird. I'm in default right now. I'll go back into a little taste of germ, just to have a look at how it would look like to other people. I just went to default for a little bit. But yeah, it just looked weird. Just very, very odd. Like the colors didn't work together. So I made the majority of it birchwood rather than smooth sandstone. And the majority of it being birchwood helps. Like that looks a lot better in my opinion. And I also went into my single player world and I was looking at different blocks I could use for the trim, and I figured out, I think, that brown mushroom blocks here look alright. It just adds this little accentuation to the top like that, and bam. Now, I think that looks pretty good. Keep in mind that there's going to be things added on the outside and bits here and there, and it's going to be a roof and it's going to be different blocks and stuff. So right now it looks a little weird, but you know, trust the process. I don't know about this one, guys. I've been working at this for quite a while now. It is the next day for me, and I've just kind of been going around trying to figure out how this place is going to look. And I mean, it's not bad. It's just that it's quite bare at the moment, and like this section is a nightmare. This roof didn't join onto that roof properly. So what I'm thinking of doing, and I've left myself a sign there so I don't forget, is to kind of cut it like that and then make a little loft or like veranda maybe out there, just to try and work on that little situation that's going on over there. But I've had enough of building for right now. Ta-da! It is done. I have spent way too long building this house, but I have gotten it to a point where I think it looks alright, and I had a lot of trouble with it actually. I guess I didn't really plan it well enough before I built it, and I was trying to stick all these different shapes together, and I had a lot of weird overlaps and patterns that I had to deal with, and I had to tear some walls down and do them again, and it was just, some parts of it, I tell you, there was a nightmare. But it's done. It's over. The outside, that is. We still have to do the inside, but we'll leave that for another time. And now I'm just going to take you all over what I have exactly done. So starting with the front, we have a beautiful little window up there, a little highlight over that window, some leaves, just because I wanted to give it that kind of natural look, I guess. I just like the look of the leaves there. And then here we have this kind of trapdoor wall, and this actually leads down to a little mine. And there's some barrels in here for storage. I've already put some stairs in there, using it well. So this is the front. And this was a pain to build as well, to try and make it join up to the back. That was very difficult, but I managed to pull it off alright, I think. And here we have some hay bales and some more storage, just to kind of store that. And we kind of have this little open area here. Actually, I might change that. I don't really like. I might get rid of those gates there, because it's a bit too much spruce wood there maybe, but yeah, I kind of like that, how that looks, and another little dangly boy off there. And next to the hay bales over here, we have some sheepies, and we have a little pig. And we have some more storage up there, just to kind of give the place a little more detail. Around the back, I kind of slacked off a little and just put some trees back here because it's not too important. But I didn't slack off with the windows. I still put little highlights around the windows, and I put a flower pot over here, and a flower pot up there, and another flower pot up there. And I also built this chimney for this little, I guess you could say, smelting area. It goes all the way up to the top there. And it makes a lot of smoke, which looks nice. So this is where you could come and you could cook some items. You could cook some food. You could cook some ores. It's just a little smelting area, a little chimney. And over here we have a little storage, so we have some coal to power it, and we just have some barrels to, you know, put some food and ores in or whatever. And over this way we also have some more highlights around these windows here, nothing too special, and a tree. And we have another window there, it looks very fancy. And yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. I'll take you all up onto the... Oh, there we go, that was a good landing. Very proud of myself. Up onto the roof here. I had to fiddle around with this particular section of the roof a lot. And this part of the build wasn't in my original plan. It was something I added in later, just to kind of fill in a gap that was there, and I think it worked out very well. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've done this over the span of 3 days. I was kind of working... Oh, that was that was a fail. I was kind of working bit by bit on the different parts of the build. I like how you can kind of see the chimney poking over the top there. It looks very nice. So there you have it. There's my little house. I have to, as I said, still build the inside. Might not do that next episode. Might do that the one after, just because I'm just kind of really sick and tired of working in this area. Actually, I think I've spotted a mistake I made. What's the dealio here, huh? No, that's correct. Never mind. I've been going through here and I've been noticing little things I had to change and touch up. And as you probably heard just then, there's a skeleton who has taken up residence inside. I'll just show you guys inside real quick, actually. Not that I've changed anything in here. Here's the inside. There was a window there, but got rid of it. I still haven't put a staircase in or anything yet. I don't even know if it'll fit here. I'll have to try and work that out. And, oh, there he is. There we go. You're dead. Just put a torch out there. I'd hate for a creeper to come in here and just ruin my day. But my plans pretty much are just to kind of have, like, slabs, I guess, running across the ceiling there. Just to kind of make, like, rafters, and maybe I'll put some hay bales or stuff up there. But I've also kind of planned out the floor here a little bit, the little floor plan, just to see where I wanted the windows to go. And I think this is where the staircase is going to come up. Still not 100% sure. It mightn't be the best spot. I could put something else here, like a bed, maybe. That'd be better. But yeah, I think I'm done for the day. I think this is the end of the episode. Oh, I got a bow off that skeleton. That's nice and handy. So yeah, there's my little house. I think it looks very nice, and I'm quite pleased with it. After a lot of finagling, is that a word? I think it is. But a lot of tinkering around and messing with the outside, it is now at a point where I can walk away from it happy. So thank you guys so much for watching episode 2 of the Minetopia server, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.